Welcome to EEW. I Archana Tiwari here to discuss on the topics nutrition and its types. Well, when we talk about nutrition, the first thing which comes to our mind is the definition of nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition is the mode of taking in food. Yes, the method, the way by which organism takes in food is called nutrition. Then comes nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the components present inside the food or in the food which is required for proper functioning of the body. So there is a clear difference between nutrition and nutrient. Nutrient is the component present in the food which is required for proper maintenance and proper functioning of the body, and nutrition is the mode of taking in food. Yes. Secondly comes the types. When we talk about types, let me tell you, the first and foremost important mode of nutrition is autotrophic mode of nutrition. Auto means self, something which can be done by itself. So who is autotrophic? I, you, no. It is green plants which have the capacity of performing the process of photosynthesis. So green plants are considered to be autotrophs because they can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. They require carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll, and ultimately they synthesize sugar, oxygen and water. Yes. Now, here if we consider autotrophs to be very important, rather we consider autotrophs to be very important, but why? It is because it is these autotrophs on which the heterotrophs depend. We are heterotrophs. We cannot prepare our own food, neither animals. So human beings and animals are considered to be heterotrophs because we and animals cannot prepare our food. We have to depend on autotrophs directly or indirectly. Now the question comes, what do you mean by directly and indirectly? Herbivores. All of you know what are herbivores: cow, horse, goat, those who eat grass or plants or plant parts. So they are directly depending on autotrophs because they directly feed on plant parts. But carnivores like lion, this tiger, they eat this herbivores and ultimately they indirectly depend on autotrophs. And right, we consider omnivores like human, we are again classified into vegetarians and non-vegetarians. So vegetarians are directly dependent on autotrophs and non-vegetarians are indirectly dependent on autotrophs. Next comes the parasitic mode of nutrition. What is this parasitic mode of nutrition? Who is performing this parasitic mode of nutrition? Let's take an example of tapeworm. Taenia solium, that is the scientific name of tapeworm. This tapeworm resides in the human intestine and draws the digested food. Whatever food has been digested in our intestine, it easily absorbs it. Okay. Now in this method you can see it is getting advantage from the human body, but in return it is not providing any benefit to the human body. Other than providing benefit, what is it doing? It is causing harm. So parasites are like this only. They draw nourishment, rather they take benefit from an organism, but in return they provide no benefit, and they in return they rather do harm to the organism. Here two things you need to remember. The organism from which the parasite is drawing the nourishment is termed as host. Yes, that means the tapeworm is the parasite and the human body is the host. If we take the example of Taenia solium, so here the human body is the host and the tapeworm is the parasite, because it is drawing nourishment from the human body and in return it's not giving any benefit to the human body. The human is only getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and if this continues, the person infected by the tapeworm can also die. Now one more thing here you have to remember: the parasites never draw nourishment from a dead organism. That means the living factor, the living term is very important here. The parasite draws nourishment always from a body of a living organism. Next comes the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytes, let me tell you who are saprophytes. Fungi are saprophytes because they draw nourishment from the body of dead and decaying matter. Here there is no question of living. They only draw nourishment from dead and decaying matter. Something which is getting decomposed, जो कुछ सड़ रहा है, डिकम्पोज हो रहा है, उससे ये न्यूट्रिशन या नरिशमेंट को खींच लेते हैं. तो इन्हें सैप्रोफाइट्स कहा जाता है. यहीं पे इनकी डिफरेंस होती है. हियर ओनली द डिफरेंस लाइज बिटवीन द सैप्रोफाइट्स एंड द पैरासाइट्स. दे ड्रॉ पैरासाइट्स ड्रॉ नरिशमेंट फ्रॉम अ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड सैप्रोफाइट्स ड्रॉ नरिशमेंट फ्रॉम अ dead organism. Then comes the symbiotic association. Symbiotic association means an association where two organisms are mutually dependent on each other. दोनों दोनों पे निर्भर करते हैं, दोनों दोनों के बिना survive नहीं कर सकते. They cannot survive without each other. So here is a very good example of lichen, where there is an association between algae and fungi. Here algae, being an autotroph, provides nourishment to the fungi. ऑटोट्रॉफ है, खाना बना के फंजाई के लिए दे देता है. एंड इन टर्न फंजाई इज नॉट एन ऑटोट्रॉफ, यू नो दैट. तो ये क्या करेगा? व्हाट विल फंजाई डू? फंजाई विल ड्रॉ वाटर एंड मिनरल्स फ्रॉम द सॉइल एंड विल प्रोवाइड इट टू algae, and the same time it will provide shelter. When two things fungi will do for algae and algae will do one thing for fungi. So this is a symbiotic association that exists between algae and fungi. ऐसे एसोसिएशन को कहते हैं सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन, जहाँ पे दोनों दोनों के ऊपर निर्भर हैं. बोथ आर म्यूचुअली डिपेंडेंट. यू विल गिव मी समथिंग, आई विल गिव यू समथिंग, एंड बोथ विल बी बेनिफिटेड. देयर विल बी नो लॉस. किसी का कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा इस टाइप के प्रोसेस में. सो टुडे व्हाट वी स्टडीड अबाउट डेफिनेशन ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन एंड न्यूट्रिएंट्स, एंड वी स्टडीड 4 types, not 4, rather 5 types of nutrition we studied: autotrophic, heterotrophic, saprophytic, symbiotic and parasitic. Thank you so much.